Hello, good morning, everyone. We will wait a few minutes for the people to be able to join. So just to be able by waiting, you could hear me well and see me and the presentation. So in that sense, I'm able to check if it's yes working correctly. Great. I'm also actually during the presentation, but I will explain that. Yes, you can either use the chat or the Q&A if you have questions, and I will take the questions after the presentation. So I think we could start. People will join later on. So thanks for joining today. So we will talk about the challenge on a digital platform for screening and care. The presentation, I will just present some key rules for the webinar. So you can use the Q&A to put the questions that we have. If we have time at the end, I will take the question, and if not, we will answer directly by mail and send to you the presentation and so on. Then the recording and slides from this webinar will be shared by tomorrow by mail. And then I have a really survey, so if you can take a few minutes to answer directly. Before going into the detail of the challenge, let me introduce you EITS. So EITS is funded by European Union. It's in fact a large community with different representing the business research, but also education and healthcare provider sides. So all the different players are important for snapshot of the partners that we have. So we have all of our Europe more than 100 partners. So as you see in the different pictures and logos, you have pharma industries, medtech companies. You have also incubators, clusters, universities, hospitals. So a lot of different stakeholders that are really there together to improve and foster the innovation and health for all the European citizens. what is also important to understand is that we are a European instrument, but we are really decentralized. So we have, in fact, teams in the different regions, and it's very important for you to know that you have people and local teams really there to help you navigate within EITS and European fundings, activities, and so on. So really, I will, at the end of the presentation, present my colleagues from the different hubs that we have, if you want to contact them, so you have local representative. So we are here today to speak about open innovation. So open innovation at EITS is a specific program that promotes a demand-driven innovation. So it's really important for us to have all the different players in one place, so to be able to gather the pieces of the puzzle. So for these specific challenge, we have Sanofi and Université Paris-Cité that I will present shortly after this slide. Of course, the startup and innovation providers in general, and us at EITS that are there to, we are there to help and support the different people within these interactions. The objective of the program is really to fast track and implement the solutions, the innovative solutions. So that's why it's very important also to have a representative from the healthcare system side. So just a few words. So as I said, we have in this kind of program both representatives from industry and healthcare provider. In this case, we have Sanofi and Université Paris-Cité. So this is also really important to understand that this program, Open Innovation Program, is run in a specific local context. So for this program, it's in France. So just a few words to present Sanofi. So Sanofi is a pharma company, a global company. You see here some figures about their representation all over the world. They are experts in immunology, and especially they have a focus on autoimmune diseases. So autoimmune diseases is a very important health concern. Up to 10% of the world's population is affected by this kind of disease. And Sanofi has, for example, 12 new drugs in their pipeline in the advanced development phase. And it's really they have R&D sites and production sites. And investment part, they contribute to different investment funds such as Cate, Innobio, Geto Capital, and SBS. So, and more specifically regarding the topic today, they are really a pioneer in the digital health, and the most important example is the launch 3 years ago of their digital accelerator here in Paris. So they are really investing in this in the digital health, and that's why also they build the challenge with us regarding type 1 diabetes. So regarding Université Paris-Cité, it's also a very big university in Paris, one of the biggest in Paris. It's really multidisciplinary. but they have a focus in science, in health, of course, in life science, but also in humanities and social sciences. More specifically, we are working with 4 experts from this university that are also working in the greatest hospital in Paris, APHP Hospital, the biggest one. They are, in fact, pioneers in the care management and research on type 1 diabetes, both in children and adults, so they have their own specialty. And these 4 experts and KOL, they advocate for broader access to screening and care for the preclinical type 1 diabetes and the development of a screening and management pathway for this disease. So that's why they are really involved, and they help us to define the unmet need and the challenge behind. So here we are regarding the topic of today. So the unmet need regarding type 1 diabetes, and that's what we discussed with the different co-creators of the challenge. So type 1 diabetes is an irreversible autoimmune disease characterized by the destruction of the pancreatic beta cells that leads to the symptomatic diabetes and then lifelong insulin dependence. So as I said also before, the type 1 diabetes is a public health concern. There are new cases every year and this number of new cases is in a constant increase in Europe, but also globally. So there are more and more people affected by the disease, and also the people have the disease younger. So it's a very important societal and economic burden in Europe and in the world. The disease is characterized by different stages. So from preclinical, so before the onset of symptoms, and clinical, and the risk of progression to the symptomatic phase, so the clinical phase, can be predicted because we can measure circulating autoantibodies in the blood. So we know from different studies in France, in Europe, and in the world that early detection and management of preclinical type 1 diabetes can help slow the progression of the disease. So to avoid emergency and to slow the clinical symptoms and the complications and so on. So the questions that we raise through the challenge, through the program, is really how to identify and follow the patients before the onset of symptoms regarding the type 1 diabetes. So then the next question is how can we address this unmet need? The goal of the program and the goal in general of Sanofi and the experts from Université Paris-Cité is really to accelerate innovation in this field by supporting the development of a digital platform dedicated to the screening and the care of pre-symptomatic type 1 diabetes. So basically, the platform is envisaged to have 2 different interconnected tools. One is a dashboard used by healthcare professionals for the care management of the patients, and the other tools is a disease registry to be able to collect and gather data for research purposes. So in this context, the Open Innovation Challenge that I'm presenting today is really to identify key innovative technologies to enable the development of this digital platform. And the aim is really to empower both patients and healthcare professionals in their journey from the screening to the clinical stages of type 1 diabetes. So we see the platform as a comprehensive gateway that will enable the healthcare professionals, the patients, and the caregivers to have a possibility to have a seamlessly integration into this monitoring and care pathway, The objective is also to have a clear and accessible information for both patients and their families, but also for healthcare professionals to be able to manage the patients and follow up all along the progression of the disease. So it's really important to have a clear pathway and process, and to have information and dedicated tools to understand each critical steps. And for the registry part, the platform is seen also is there to collect valuable data to continuously refine the practices and evaluate the cost effectiveness of new therapies, new diagnostic tools, and so on. So you can find the details of the challenge and the program with the link in the presentation. So for this program and challenge, what are we looking for? So we are looking for innovative solutions that could address at least one of these two different areas. The first areas is really with the objective to expand the access to type 1 diabetes screening, and also tools that could streamline the patient journey. So we are looking for solutions to enable these smooth and easy care navigation, but also the longitudinal monitoring for the people at risk to develop type 1 diabetes. The second topic is related on, it's more related to the support on the long term to the patient management, and also to have personalized care. So we are seeking for solutions that will enrich the patient journey and, of course, strengthen the support for healthcare professionals. So I will explain shortly, at least give examples of the different tools and innovations that we are expecting. So for the first topic, as I said, the idea is really to have digital health tools that could enhance the multidisciplinary collaboration through centralized system and streamlined workflows, because as you could imagine, the pre-screening, screening, identification of patients, and then the diagnosis, and then the care management of those patients require multiple stakeholders and players, so, and different data and so on. So it's really important to have these platform that enable different systems to be interconnected. So that's the second point about multimodal integration of multimodal data. And also these tool, we want to the tool to help the healthcare professionals, so to reduce the workload and to avoid any delays in the diagnosis. So of course, this is really important to have interoperability with existing databases, codes, or registries, but also to be able to gather, for example, biological analysis results and so on. We are also looking for different warning systems that could be used by the healthcare professionals to have alert on the different stages, and to be able to manage the patients that, for example, will go through the pre-symptomatic to the symptomatic phase. And then we are expecting to have features such as the classical one, let's say e-consent, patient referrals, active case management, and so on, really to provide an easy and easy to use and relevant tools, especially for the patients and the healthcare professionals, to have also the possibility for them to have access to information such as decision trees and so on, to enable these smooth care pathway. The second topic is more about the long-term patient management and personalized care. So we want to see solutions, for example, that could track the patient-reported outcome measures. So to really be able to have the possibility in real time to assess the symptom fluctuations and so on. Also to be able to have an integration of electronic health records. We want also to have tools to provide some insights about the behavioral patterns, hospitalization, and so on, especially when it comes to the detection of early signs, let's say, of clinical onset. Also features that help track lifestyle habits, such as diet, stress, physical activity, and so on, to have a proactive disease management from the patient sites. And then we want also to have this possibility to connect with other existing type 1 diabetes apps or databases and so on. So as I explained also, the aim of the program is really to identify key technologies to help them, to help the promoters and to help us to build this digital platform. So the first objective is really to have solutions that help improving the access of type 1 diabetes early detection in the population that are at risk of developing such a disease. And to have an effective adoption rate, we want, of course, to have an improved, confidential, faster, and better disease management for the patients with preclinical type 1 diabetes. More in the long term, so this is the part of the registry and the data collection. The digital platform aims at having different type of impacts on the public health and organization of the different care pathways. The empowerment of both patients and to also impact on the innovation adoption, as I said, for new therapeutics, new drugs, or new diagnostic tools. So this is the timeline of the program. So we are in the phase of application. So you have until June the 24th to apply using our website, our platform. So I think that the link is in the website of EITS and in the call document as well. And then we will have 1 week for the evaluation of the different proposals, a notification for the startup and companies selected. And then the kickoff of the program in Paris in July for being able to get together and to have the possibility to exchange, to discuss with the experts, with Sanofi, with the EITS teams that are coordinating the program. Then we will have this phase of acceleration. So I will explain later on the program. And we want to have this final pitch by the end of October to hear again all the different solutions. So by participating to the program, what you get, you will have a tailored journey, so focused, of course, on the challenge definition objectives, and the idea is really to establish a collaboration between Sanofi, Université, Paris-Cité, EITS, and your company. So the first point is really this access to industry and key opinion leaders, so to have access to their expertise. The idea, again, is to be able to then have an integration and efficient deployment of the solution within this local French context. Of course, the second point is about collaboration. So the idea is really to allow the different players to be able to collaborate together to build this digital platform and to answer and address this unmet need. You will have guidance, so concrete insights from experts in business area, and the opportunity to validate your value proposition and to have the possibility to see in this specific context in the program to test your idea and your solution. So a bit more detail here. So as I said, the first, let's say, the kickoff of the program will be in Paris on the 9th of July. There will be a full day dedicated to keynotes, discussion, and insights on the challenge area. So for you also to understand how the healthcare system is organized here in France, what is really the objective and the key pain point of the different experts and stakeholders when it comes to the screening of people with at risk of developing type 1 diabetes. So the TNA will be covered by EITS for you to come in Paris. And then we will start this program over 12 weeks online. And during the program, you will have a series of sessions with different experts and mentors for you to really go into the detail and see how the solutions the solution that you are developing could address the challenge. So it will be also the program to explore funding opportunities, because the idea is really to shortly after the end of the program to build this platform. So we want to select the best solutions to be able to rapidly build and deploy these digital platforms. So we will have dedicated session on business model or business case, and also prepare, let's say, to be prepared to also search from different funding opportunities. And as I said, the final presentation of the proposal will be in October. The date is not yet defined, but we will have time to see this. Very pragmatically, let's say, on the application. So we are looking for companies that are incorporated in EU or associated countries. They have that have solutions at a certain maturity level. So we use the innovation maturity level, EML, and we are expecting solutions at least at EML 7. You can have a look on the website to see how we measure the IML, but it's more or less a TRL 7, let's say. So you can apply as a startup or SMEs according the definition of EU. You have to be incorporated before the application deadline, and in the company there is this requirement to have at least 2 paid FTE and a CEO full-time, because we want also to the teams that will be selected to have time and to be committed to go through all the programs. You can also apply as a consortium of startup or SMEs if you feel that it's pertinent, relevant. So regarding the application, as I said, you have the link here. We have a specific platform to receive the application. So you have to create an account and validate your email address and so on. And then there is a list of programs that you can apply to. The name of the program is Open Innovation Type 1 Diabetes. So you can just click on apply, and then you have different tabs to fill out regarding your companies, your solution, and your team, and so on. So this is the type of information that you have to provide within the, so of course the description of your solution, the strategic fit and sustainability of the solution and the fit regarding the relevance regarding the challenge. What about uniqueness and intellectual property? As I said, also the maturity level of your solution. What kind of market opportunity and traction you have already on you are targeting, the business model and strategy, and also the impact expected by the use of your solution. So it's important to, like, you can open the form on the platform and see what kind of questions are there. So it's really important to take some time to discover the questions and be ready. So because the deadline is fast approaching, so it's really important for you to know what you have to prepare. You will have also to put in the application the CVs of the team members. You can upload a short video, but it's not mandatory. And there is a scientific dossier to explain again what is your solution and so on, and the applications of your solution. Just a short focus to be redundant on the selection process. We will have a check of the different eligibility criteria. Also, there is a typo IMS 7. Then we will review the different applications. We will have then a selection of a promotion of startups, and we will notify the different companies selected. And at the end, we will have to sign a participant agreement to formalize the participation of the company in the program. So this is, let's say, the final acceptance. Just a few words about the participant agreement, just for you to know. It's an agreement to validate your participation in the program. The project starts. There is a template in the application, so for you to understand, but it's really there. It's a contract between EITS and the startup to be able for the startup to commit to participate to the different activities, to protect also the confidentiality. So you can have a look if you are interested, and of course we are there to answer the question. So just to wrap up, let's say, as I said in the beginning of the presentation, we have different teams all over Europe to help you, to support you. Understand the program, is it fit for you? Is it the right timing, and so on? So really don't hesitate to reach out to these different representatives in different countries. So we have, of course, I'm the program manager in France, together with my colleague Manon. We have in Austria, in Ireland, in Spain. We have someone dedicated to Benelux and Israel, also Germany, Switzerland, Scandinavia, Poland, Portugal, and Italy. So really don't hesitate to reach me. As I mentioned, I'm done with the presentation. Q&A. check the FTEs. Do these people need to be on the payroll, or can they be self-employed, regularly paid? I think that I will check with my colleague on this part, but you will have to prove that they are regularly involved in the company. This is not just one freelance that is there 2 hours per week and so on. But we will answer with more details to your question. So a question from Hervé: does the application at stage 1 includes an estimated budget, or is it more features value oriented? No, this part is really let's say the first contact with Sanofi and the possibility then after the end of the program to look for fundings together, to have this collaborative approach. But it's really yes, we will use the time of the program to prepare, let's say, this part on the funding and so on, because it's really a strong willingness from Sanofi and the different experts to also attract different players in this project. So this is for them the first step, let's say, of the overall program, a bigger program, and we are really there to start and to identify the key technologies that they will need. So then we have also a question about the AI-powered analysis of data in the purpose of detect something on the medical, yes, that could drive to EU medical device. Yes, I cannot see all the question. Yes, so on this part, you're completely right. As you understood, there are different levels regarding the building of the digital platform. So there is like the heart of the platform could be a registry, sorry, in which, because we have to gather and collect clinical data. On the top of that, we want to have this dashboard to help the patients and clinicians to take care of the patients. And on top of that, again, we want to have this possibility to identify the type of AI-based tools, but it's not the first, let's say, the first priority, but we want to use the program and the challenge to identify, if any, this type of technologies in order to incorporate them maybe in a second stage of the program, because as you mentioned, there is this risk to have to undergo through all the we still want to have an idea about the key technologies and innovations in this field, but we will have to assess differently, let's say, this kind of solutions because of this risk, let's say. So I don't know if it's like clear for everyone. Now I think that if there's no other question, we can just move to the survey. So as I said at the beginning, we will send to you the recording, the slides, the link, and so on for the application. Let me just check. So I think we have a short survey. I don't know. Yes, I was waiting for my colleagues to share the link. If you can just take 2 minutes to answer the survey. The objective is really for us to have your contact details, if you are willing to pursue the application and so on. So there's another question. Thanks. I cannot see the question. Is Bruno has a question? Is that? Okay, so Bruno, you mean that I don't get your point. You want you will have the if you can just answer the survey and enter your contact details, your mail, your email address, we can send you the deck and so on, because the deck is quite big. So sorry, there is also a question, I didn't see it, a question of Antimo. So about the maturity level of the solution. Yes, we want the solution to be almost ready to be deployed. So the idea is to identify key technologies, as I said, that are mature enough to then be deployed quite rapidly. But we will have to gather and interconnect different solutions to build these big digital platforms. We can wrap up. So again, it was a pleasure to have you all in the webinar. Don't hesitate to reach out to me or my colleagues in the different countries. You have all the different details and on the website. We are also usually posting different on different social media. So really don't hesitate to follow us on LinkedIn especially. So I wish you all a good day, and thanks